Chi Creation, Love and Light, Part 9. And so, we've seen this picture before, but making the reference of Jupiter, you see, like, you've got the star without its 2 points, like in the pictures on the previous episode. So, what we're seeing at this part is like our spiritual realm and representation of that. You see, like, you got your flat plane in the middle. So this is your bubble of consciousness. This is your yin realm, your yang realm. They kind of overlap and create this living space. So your Vesica Pisces is within there. And so it's showing you all black, but you've got all the colours of the sun which go with it. So then, opposed to that, on the rest of the body, it's showing you the sun setting. And so this is more from our perspective. Like I said, that's the spiritual perspective, what the realm looks like from an external view. But from inside the realm, we see the horizon still. We see the sun setting, the reflection of the sun on the water. So again, symbolically, it's showing you the reflection of the water. That's the sun whilst it's being reflected in the sky. You got the yellow, all that kind of thing, opposed to the black. So whilst we're in the realm, we see the reflection, and it reflects back in that yellow kind of brightness, and continues to set. So you've got another example of it. Have a line in between. And the yin and the yang in the same places of, like, the eyes. And so it kind of looks insect-like on there as well. So each wave captures the reflection of the sun. Insect bites. I should have got that one last episode, but like the leaves, it's showing you the same pattern. So that repetition of how nature works, basically, it's repeating that sun aspect of things. You can see where the sun is, and then it's like there's a lack of colour, and then it goes red for another ring. So, like your frog spawn, like all the sun pictures we looked at and stuff, it's showing you that expansion and contraction within it and stuff. So where your dome would come from and such things. So another example. More of these, we covered these on other one, but I got quite a few pictures of them and stuff, like, so there's more things to add and stuff. You got the sun, it looks like it's rising. Depends which way it's going, but I imagine it's going that way. So it's in a different place rather than centre, but it's still showing you, the aspects of a realm and stuff. So we got it there as well. Another thing that it looks like is teeth. So when we talk about the wave and the teeth of a wave and stuff, it's matching it with a light frequency. So the sun comes over and it's marking where the next tooth is going to be for the next hour, you know what I mean, for before it sets and such. And then it's got the reflection. So you got the teeth at the bottom and the teeth at the top. And that's just a repetition of the same. So another one, you get your centre line where reflections there, but you've got that one and you've got that one as well. So you're seeing that Vesica Pisces shape, just from like the sun's pathway and its reflection. So that's like reflection as well, but when it sets, it's in distance, isn't it? That was a bit blurry, but it looks like the waves. So where the eyes go, it's kind of creating the waves and stuff. And you've also got the waves on the edges. And zoom in, so you can see that inconsistent pattern. So again, you got the sun, and now it's showing your ear. You got the sun there. You got the hole. So again, like Jupiter, you've got like the like Jupiter's the sun, basically. What I'm thinking, it's just another aspect of it, an earlier form, which has been which is represented to us to form its a chakra, which kind of facilitates like the light energy of the world, like astrology and all these kind of things and stuff. The time you're born, it affects you in that kind of way. It also looks like a face because it's got like eyebrows. But when we're looking here, we can see like there's that light there. So the sun, or you could look at it that way, that's like the reflection, depending on which way you look at it. There's going to be a centre line there as well, so but from this way we're seeing all these waves, so we see how it splits in that kind of sense as well. So you can see like the rib patterns almost with some lines that come off with it and stuff. And then you got the sun. Sun again, but looks like waves kind of splitting it up. It could be atmospheric levels and stuff like levels of atmosphere. Well, either or maybe both. So yeah, you got the sun coming round again, and the reflection, sorry. And you got the two orbs. So another one you see in that Vesica Pisces shape. You can see a wave as well. That splashing water and stuff. Even the texture, you can see like that ripply, watery effect. And so we've seen this pattern. And so we see it as the sun. The water splits it up, making the representation of how the sun split into 7 chakras. But also like the sea turtle, how like the realm is all seeing and all conscious. It's like this is like an eye, you know what I mean? How we see the sun and all those kind of things. So then when we see all this pattern, we're seeing how when you look on the inside of a sea turtle, you can see how the rib cage is formed and such. So it's showing you that same pattern. And so, like in the previous, in Origins of Life G creation, we showed you this sea turtle shape and how it looks like an eye. So, but the inside is also showing you that same pattern as well. It's much more like this rather than just the general shape of an eye. So it's showing you the realm. This one, you got all your colours so you can make it out better. So you can see like black hole consciousness that exists there and stuff. And then all the sunlight which accompanies it. The spirit and the passion of the spirit, sorry. A bunch more of them. See the water. It's like the wings that make the sun aspect of it, which is quite cool. And again, like referring to the fireflies, so like the sun shining through it in that kind of sense. We've done Ladybird. I'm not sure if I had another reason to show it. It's got more watery colours, froth kind of patterns and stuff. To accompany it all, so mixing in the water with the sun aspect of things, because it's seeing it through the water. If the water's the lens in a sense. So same shapes again, the sea turtle kind of shape and stuff, and then the sun splitting. Another one, the sea colours and stuff. So you got the sun there. Which is actually the ocelli for the shield bug. That's where it has it in that kind of sense. Which is supposed to be like its third eye, or like a light sensor. So I put my hand over that, it'll go dark, and then it'll panic because it thinks something's trying to get it. So that's why you can't catch flies from behind, that type of thing. Because it's got a sensory department there. So again, I think it's ocelli again, so it's like its third eye. It could be its wings as well, but I think it might have there anyway. Like bind wings, it's kind of like you can see through the wings because they're transparent and such. So it's also like the water drop. It's also like the eyeball. It's also like the seashell. So centipede, if you look at it that way, you got the roundness of the sun, the black hole, and then the sunlight coming round it. So the light bends in that kind of sense, and then you got the dark spot in the centre. It's just how it fits in that kind of sense. And it also matches up to like the wave, the roll of a wave, and the water which goes around it because it's created the roll. And then you got these. So again, you got your two circles, like Jupiter in that kind of sense, referencing the realm. So you get your center line in between there. But also your wave shapes. We spoke about the wave shapes, didn't we? I think on previous series, quite well. Obviously we have, but I mean, in this reference. So a sharp microorganisms with a saw blade-like mouth. So again, we're thinking about the ocean. We're also thinking about realm. So you can see the tooth of a wave, how it's used that. So it matches it up with the actual realm. So you got the yin realm, the yang realm, and they're kind of mixed together. And then it drags its food into the realm where we exist, in between the yin and the yang, and the balance point. So it's showing you the same pattern. So again, you got your horizon line, your yin, your yang. You see, we've got one perspective of seeing the world, and we have another perspective of seeing the world. But in between those two different perspectives, we've got the balance point. So, where everything exists in that kind of sense. So, where the brain is, so how they kind of interconnect into that kind of sense. Another one showing you the sun setting and coming over. And then the sun repeated throughout. which also looks like a crashing wave. You see all the little sparkly bits and stuff. Like I say, it's to match it up. So it's once it's got the pair, it knows that what the conditions are here fit the blueprints of what the spiritual realm is requiring. So again, like the bugs with the like the turtle in that kind of sense, the bugs that show you the sun split, so you can see how it's doing it in that kind of way. And yeah, so like them beetles, you can see how that's got the same patterns. So like the waves are causing it, but at the same time, it's like a representation of what the sun's done. It's split itself to create this world. Is the ocelli on the wasp, so it's third eye sensors. So, but it's the same name for like on the butterflies when it's got like on its wing and it's got the circle. So the sun representation, and I don't know why can the butterfly see you with its wing? You know, like do plants have that sense? You know, the like the photosynthesis process, the plant reacts to it. It feels the light, you know. So, in the terms of like the plant being having its own auric field, being conscious, then even though it's not got eyes, there's like a psychic sense of ability, you know. Almost like when you've got the eyes shut, when you've got your eyes shut, and when the sun comes from behind clouds, and then like, you can see light through your eyelids, not through them, but you know you can see the light come through. So maybe something like that in that kind of sense for plants. Oh yeah, the ocelli. So how it looks red like the sun. Again, how bright it is. Oh, it looks bright. It might be camera doing it, lighting. And you can see the sun again, which we did that on previous episodes ages ago of a different series. The rib cage, the wave, teeth. So more ocelli. The sun. Also, curiously, like they tend to be like you see 1, 2, 3. It's like a downward triangle, and then you got that upward triangle there. So they're not always the same. But you know, it depends. But it's quite good that it's got that upward triangle as a reference, like you know, next to it. I think just put sun. It's quite good actually. What sun is that? I can't zoom in, but you know all the colours and stuff. You got the dome, the black ball of consciousness within it. If we exist in there, we're not going to get to this dome, but that might be a dome in itself. And so you know the multiple dome kind of concept. And we're talking about looking like directly. It's like dark here, so it's almost like you can't see the colours. You see the blend of colours as it comes out. And so when you look at the centre area, it's clear. So like the night sky, you can see through it. When we look at the sun from the outside, it's all bright. When we look through from the inside, you can see through it. It's that kind of concept and stuff. Because I showed you previous more examples of this on earlier on in series and stuff. Like, it's kind of interesting to see it in a way. Yeah, it's the Ocelli for one of these. How bright that is! It looks like it's shining and glowing. So more again. A bit difficult to make out though. You got your free there. I'm not sure what that is. Microscopic view. A German wasp. But again, you got like this area and then the dark area in the centre. So it's showing you a similar design kind of thing. Oh, it is like the eye. It's more like the human eye than the wasp's eye, because it's got that grainy, that pattern that it's still flower of life, isn't it? But you know what I mean? It's like the ocean surface and stuff. Morosili. I'm not sure what that's from. This is from a bee in microscopic view. I can't remember what's this. It's gonna. We're either a frog or a bee. It's supposed to be its eye. So it's like one eye, but it's like split into like two forms of vision. They both say F, but it's supposed to be the same thing. So again, I can't remember what it is properly. It might be a frog. So it's showing it split like that. So again, like Jupiter, we've got the main body, and then you got the two orbs at the side. So you yin, you yang, in that kind of way. So we turn it, and now it's not like Jupiter anymore. It's like our realm where we are. So we'd exist there. That's a yang, it's a yin, and stuff. But like I said, when we see Jupiter, it's sideways. But that seems to be part of the design, like mixing up the information, making it appropriate for it to work in this realm. Black speckles that come off it in that kind of way. See, that's why one of the reasons why it's difficult for me to make the decision. Like, you've got the horizon line there, so you've got like the the yin realm at each side, or we twist it and then it's that way. So you've got the circle. You'd only got one pole. From where we live, it'd be straight up. We wouldn't be able to go down, would we? It's got isosceles as well. Another thing which was quite interesting in Nicole's work, she put water in the yin and yang aspects of realm. I don't know what she called them, but when you look here, you see like the water level. It's it's interesting. You know what I mean? That might be what the sun's in. It might be in water when we consider it like that as well. So you can see the water level. sometimes it's got like splashy effects. The sun. See the watery effects here, how it's splashed. It looks like drops of water flying off at water surface and stuff. Reflection of a light, so we can ignore them. But we do have the sun patterns, so the black spots, and leopard-like. Oh, like water there as well. I like the surface, sorry. And when we spoke about this before, it looked like you were underwater. This is quite low in terms of how much water's in its eye. I'm not sure whether it's different to the ones we just looked at, but so same thing again, really. It's got ice on it or something, so it's got wet bits and stuff, but you can see the splashing effects within there. It does look like the surface of the ocean, and that's like the sky and that kind of thing. You got the sun, obviously. So we've got the sun in its realm. It's caught in a wave, so you get the yellow sunlight catching on wave inside of it, and then you've got all the water which comes over and splashes and kind of creates, the wave in that kind of sense. You got the blues going to green. And all these are black spots as well. So better for colour. See how the ocean waves coming over. There's the sunlight getting caught, and then the sun. These are filled in. And so these are filled in apart from one, so it's showing you it's the same thing. So you can see there, it's like a two on that feather, one coloured in and one which is black. Alright, I've only got a minute or two left. But like a jellyfish, we see there's four of them, but it's a bit glary. It's kind of like really faint there. So you got your yin, your yang, and then there might be all opposites to the yin and yang. So you've got like four petals to the idea of it and stuff. So we talk about like the sun and the moon and Rahu and Ketu. So if Rahu and Ketu are aspects of the spiritual aspect of this world, then that's what's appropriate in having four suns in that kind of sense. And so this is another curious aspect of like jellyfish. When they glow up, so we say that this is the sun and it's got its dome, and you see how much light is coming from it in that kind of way. There's obviously the sun, all the colour, and then it goes transparent. So it's just like the eye, how that works, how you got the dome for your eye, and how it all connects in that kind of way. And I'll have to leave it at that. So thank you for watching, and I'll get on with the next one. Cheers, thank you.